Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to talk about the birth rate of Japan. The birth rate of Japan is so low. A woman has only 1.3 children on average. This is not enough to keep our population. We need to have 2 children per woman to keep our population. The total population of Japan is already decreasing rapidly. This is going to make many problems in the future. For example, the fiscal deficit of the government. Now, people who work and pay tax is decreasing, and people who need to get some aid from the government is increasing. So it's clear that we will face the fiscal deficit in the future. So the government is trying to fix this problem. And to solve this problem, we need to know the reason why the birth rate of Japan is so low. This is a really difficult question to answer. Maybe no one knows the exact reason now. I would like to try to answer this question today to get the true reason of this question. Two things are clear now. First, most children are born between married couples in Japan. Only 2% of all children are born between unmarried couple in Japan. In other words, almost only married couple make children. Second, the number of people who marry is decreasing now. Therefore, I can say the birth rate of Japan is low because the number of people who marry is decreasing now. So now I've got the second question. Why fewer people marry these days in Japan? So in this video, I'd like to answer this second question to get an answer of the original question. Why the birth rate of Japan is so low. Let's go. First, men worry about money when it comes to marriage. Most boys think that marriage life is expensive. Most boys think they must be the breadwinner of the family after he marries. And they also think that raising children is expensive in Japan. Especially education fee is expensive. Many people believe that education is expensive in Japan. It's true in some big cities like Tokyo and Osaka. In these kinds of big cities, parents want their children go to private schools to get better education. There are so many private junior high and high schools in these kinds of big cities, and most people believe that those schools are serving better education than public school. On the other hand, public school is free of charge for tuition, free of charge. Usually people think free thing is not good. That's why boys think marriage life is expensive. I personally disagree with this thought because the public schools in Japan have quite good education for me. I met many great teachers in public schools when I was a kid. So I don't think raising children is expensive in Japan. But what is important is people think that the majority thinks raising a child is expensive. Then many boys are reluctant to marry a girl. they think very carefully whether they should marry or not. Then some boys miss the chance to marry someone. Second, as the society in Japan advances, the average salary of women has risen. But most women don't want to marry a man who has less salary than herself. Then, men who have low salary cannot find a woman who marry him. Then, total marriage rate has decreased. Our society is advancing to the equal world. Men and women are equal in modern society. Of course, the salary must be equal. Then, so now many women get better salary than the past, and some women earn more than average men. But they don't choose men who earn small salary. This leads to low marriage rate. Third, staying single in Japan is comfortable. Nowadays, every kind of lifestyle is allowed by the public. No one can criticize the lifestyle of someone else. In the past, people thought to marry and to have children is a responsibility to live in the society, and most people directly said that. Especially the elderly said that young people must marry, young women must have many children. But nowadays, no one can say this. This is a sexual harassment. People must decide the number of children by ourselves. So no one can force women to have children in these days. And for some people, staying single is comfortable because there is a huge industry of virtual love in Japan. For example, anime with good-looking characters and love simulation video game and idol industry and porn videos. Those four industries are too big in Japan. We can so easily get animes with pretty girls or good-looking boys and porn videos on the internet very cheaply. All we have to enjoy these kinds of contents is just to pay some money. And this is not expensive in these days, thanks to the internet. People who enjoy those industry too much don't try to get real boyfriends or girlfriends nowadays. Real love costs sometimes big. I mean, real love sometimes hurt our mind. This is sometimes it's tough to join real love. We must improve ourselves to get girlfriends. On the other hand, just paying money and watching some content is really easy and comfortable. I think this is the cause of our low marriage rate. So I said 3 reasons why the marriage rate of Japan is low. First, men think marriage life is expensive. Second, some women earn much salary, but they don't want to men who have less salary than themselves. Third, staying single in Japan is comfortable thanks to virtual love industry. Thank you for watching my video today. See you. Sayonara.